With the midterm election just 2 days away, KPIX5's Phil Mateer and Melissa Caen asked former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown whether he predicts a blue wave or a red wave come Tuesday.
It's going to be neither. It's going to be purple because there appears to be an amalgam going on between the two parties. Nobody is here, nobody is there, nobody is here, nobody is there. The results may not be beyond normal prediction.
Mel, you've been looking at some of the key races here in California, the congressional races. What's the turnout showing?
Absolutely normal. Absolutely, a little bit higher than 2014, but far less than 2010. And that's bad for Democrats who need to flip Republican seats. If you're trying to flip a seat that has been Republican for several cycles, normal means Republican. And so you need that higher level. It is so far not happening.
What kind of level do the Democrats need to do this?
Well, for one thing, all those people beating the drums as hotel protesters and strikers, they need to be trying to get out the vote like they did for Barack Obama in each of the campaigns in which he was successful. We don't have that kind of movement among Democrats today.
In particular, among young people, when you look at these 7 districts and even statewide, what you're seeing is while younger people are more and more vote by mail registrants, they're still returning those vote by mail ballots in really low numbers, 6%, 8% so far. It's really low.
Democrats have made a point of this not being about Trump, or at least trying to, and you've got a big smile on your face.
I suspect that we would have been much better off if we had had, in every one of the districts who were trying to win, a millennium person as the candidates, as was the case in New York when that woman beat that incumbent Democrat, as is the case in Florida when it looks like the black guy's going to win. All those are new people, not connected to anything to do politically. That's what we needed in the 7 or 8 districts in this state.
All right, well, time now is 6:07 for those of you who have not changed your clocks. Hopefully you feel a little more rested with that extra hour of sleep now that we ended daylight savings, unless, of course, you have kids, in which case they probably woke up at the same time and yeah. Well, last week, the 2 candidates for governor appeared at a breakfast hosted by former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown. Phil Mateer and Melissa Caen asked Mayor Brown what he took away from that event.
I don't even think that they said directly hello and shook hands. It wasn't like they were in a boxing ring any place. As a matter of fact, Newsom was out getting dressed for his performance while Cox was on stage trying to figure out how to prove he was a San Franciscan. So it was interesting from that standpoint.
Well, it was interesting. So John Cox got up and, his stance is he's against the political elites and the establishment class in Sacramento. Meanwhile, the entire room was full of the political elites and the establishment class in San Francisco.
Half of whom were from Sacramento.
so he got a lot less applause than Gavin Newsom for maybe obvious reasons, but it was interesting. John Cox painted a picture of California as a place with so many problems that needs a lot of change. Gavin Newsom said, I'm going to make the case for California and why we should be proud to be there. So it was really a study in opposites, a place that's in trouble and a place that's doing just fine.
Stay focused on what she said about change. Newsom's ads are all about change and courage to change. Cox took that literally and said, here's what we have. He is right, we do need change. Newsom proceeded to say, no, we need to be proud of where we are and what we have achieved.
Well,
so that wound up flipping the message.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, the thing, too, is that Gavin Newsom didn't really talk about poverty as much as John Cox did. He really talked about how people are struggling.
So Cox sounded more like the Democrat than Newsom did.
Well, not so much a Democrat. He sounded like a San Franciscan, and that's not always a Democrat.